Brittney Spencer was only waiting for this moment to arise. The bigger-than-the-song country star 36 is remembering the really defining moment when she recently performed with Beyoncé, her favorite artist of all time, on Christmas Day for Netflix's Beyoncé Bowl. But oh gosh, I think the thing that was mostly going through my head was, bitch, don't mess up next to Beyoncé. Spencer tells people of singing Blackbird, a reimagining of the Beatles' 1968 classic Blackbird, with Beyoncé, Tanner Adele, Raina Roberts, and Tierra Kennedy. That was the first thought in my head, and it didn't really leave until we were done. Beyoncé, 43, had recruited the 4 black female country artists to sing on Blackbird for her Cowboy Carter project, which won Album of the Year at the 2025 Grammy Awards on Sunday, February 2. They performed the song Together Live for the first time on December 25 during Beyoncé's halftime show medley at NRG Stadium in Houston. I learned a great deal being with Beyoncé, being with her team, and getting a little bit of an inside look into how things run in her world, Spencer says. Gosh, that was a really defining moment for me. The Baltimore native, who now lives in Nashville, hopes the performance was just as special for people watching in the stadium and at home. I feel like while we were singing, I just hoped that anybody watching would see a part of themselves in all of this and feel some encouragement, because that's exactly what I felt standing next to all of those incredibly beautiful and talented women, Spencer explains. It felt like a moment that we all could share, and I'll never forget it, she adds. But I know it meant a lot to people, especially a whole lot of black girls who know the story behind the song now thanks to Beyoncé. Paul McCartney has often discussed how Blackbird, which he and John Lennon wrote in the 60s, was inspired by the American Civil Rights Movement, specifically the Little Rock Nine, the 9 black teenagers who faced discrimination after they enrolled in a formerly all-white high school in 1957 after the ruling of Brown versus Board of Education. I was sitting around with my acoustic guitar, and I'd heard about the civil rights troubles that were happening in the 60s in Alabama, Mississippi, Little Rock in particular, McCartney told GQ in 2018. I just thought it would be really good if I could write something that, if it ever reached any of the people going through those problems, it might give them a little bit of hope, he continued. So I wrote Blackbird. The now 82-year-old singer added that in England a bird is a girl, so he used Blackbird as a metaphor for black girl. Spencer is happy and honored to play a role in Beyoncé's new version. It's a beautiful thing that she was bringing in so many new black country artists to be a part of this iconic album. She tells people of Cowboy Carter. It was so genius and so generous, and it's an honor to be a part of the story of that record because I really do think it has such a cultural imprint. It's more than just this really cool opportunity that I get to sing with my favorite artists, Spencer emphasizes. There was a cultural mission with this, and I am honored that I got to be a part